Hi, I'm Rosalind Smith and my company is Slimmer Within, and I help people to lose weight, but lose weight in a way that is sustainable and that is a healthy lifestyle. I help them to find it easier to move forward and have a very good relationship with food. And the way that I do that is quite simply by working with clients intuitively and getting to the root cause of what their relationship is with food. But before I do that, I'm just going to give you a little bit of history about myself as to why I understand firsthand and know how to get sustainable results. So most of my adult life, if not all of my adult life, I've been struggling and battling with weight. I wasn't too much overweight, just 2.5 stone, 35 pounds. And I struggled so badly that I've tried everything out there, and I mean literally everything. I've tried the pills, I've tried the diet clubs, I've tried absolutely everything that you can think of imaginable to try and lose weight. And don't get me wrong, sometimes I would have a few weeks where, I was doing well, if I was really lucky. But then I seemed to fall off the bandwagon, so to speak, and then I'd put it all back on again. And I was a typical yo-yo dieter. And I started to bury my head in the sand thinking, well, I'm not meant to be like that, so give up trying. It's okay, and tried to love myself exactly as I was. And even though partly, I convinced myself as well as others that I was happy the way that I was, I've got to say that deep inside I had that yearning that if somebody could have waved that magic wand for me, of course I would have said, please do it and let it go. So as I've spent in my career, my years working with clients for over 15 years now, I started then to have clients come to me for weight loss. And I was working as a healer and working intuitively with clients, and also working with hypnotherapy, EFT. But I was realizing that, okay, I understand the power of the mind about consciously we want to lose weight. Unconsciously, it's the programming that we've had, and we don't know any different. So that will still steer us in the direction that we've always gone. So you can't rely on just willpower alone. It's not enough. Especially if you're emotionally eating. It's not enough. It will always override you consciously. Now you see, up to about the age of 7, we're so receptive. So our parents, grandparents, authority figures, they, with the best will in the world, give us their knowledge, their information. They probably told us that you need to eat everything on your plate before you go out to play, or else you're not going out, or you can't have dessert if you don't finish what's on your plate. So then we'd stuff ourselves until our stomachs was absolutely full. And that's what we learnt from that tender age of being a small child. We can build associations up also in a good way, in a positive way. Not to say that what I've just said isn't positive, but you can build the relationships up where you could be baking with your grandma, and the love that you have for her remains around the baking. And so when you think about cakes, it's not necessarily just the cake that you're enjoying. It's the time that you had with your grandma. The love, the attention, that's what you're craving. So what I learned was finding out with my clients, what is it that you're hungry for? And a lot of them consciously have no idea, because you see, we see so many people doing so well on just being able to go out there and follow a diet plan, and that's okay. But they probably didn't have the emotional triggers that was attached either. So that's why willpower was very good. But you see, as I was working and getting amazing results with my clients, I started to feel disgruntled. uneasy in myself. And that uneasiness was, well, why can't I do this, but I can do it for my clients? So I started to look internally with myself and started to ask a few questions, because the material stuff I knew didn't work for me. I knew it had to be something else. And as I got to grips with it several years ago, within 12 short weeks, I was able to lose 35 pounds. And still, I have maintained it easily and effortlessly. In fact, sometimes I have to pinch myself that, wow, what a transformation. But you see, I healed the triggers, the things that was the issues. I started listening to my body. I started knowing that, no, I don't really need that. But I didn't need the willpower anymore, because it didn't really matter, because I didn't have the urge or the tendency to want to crave anything. And so now I work even more intuitively with my clients, so that we can get to the root cause of what the issue is. And some of it, as I say, it's not as though it's bad stuff. It's just our programming. It's that emotional side of us, that unconscious part, that just continually will let you fill that void. So it's, what pain are you shoving down? I didn't think seriously that I was shoving anything down. I just thought that everything was okay. But it wasn't all what we call bad emotion. A lot of it was good, but I was still having those emotional triggers. And some work that I needed to do on myself separate from that. So that's how I work with my program, to build a good relationship with food, so that you can enjoy food probably as much as what you enjoy now, if not more. I love food. I enjoy it more now than I've ever done in my life, because I'm actually tasting it. I'm actually in tune with my body. I'm programmed differently. At one time, I can remember not wanting to go out for a meal, or would turn meals down at some points, because I thought, oh no, I'm going to blow it and I'm not going to get my weight loss this week. But I don't have that mindset anymore. And that's how I work on my program. It's helping clients to drop the weight, to let go of the emotional attachments, so that everything becomes easy. Because the thing is, we keep waiting for the next Monday, and then that Monday comes, we seem to feel as though we sabotage our efforts quite quickly, and then we're on that treadmill of feeling guilty, feeling a failure, feeling unworthy. Why me? I can recall many of my clients coming to me and saying, I'm so successful in every other area of my life, and I'm educated, I'm a smart person, but I can't lose weight. What's going on? But my friends are, and they're doing other things. And then I explain to them about the mind, and they probably need something different. They need a different approach. And you see, when the healing kicks in, it's like a spiritual practice, because we start to change. And sometimes we just need that, but we resist. We resist on going deeper very often, when it's not a bad experience. It gives you freedom. You feel enlightened, and you're able to move forward in a more calm and approachable way, rather than feeling stuck. So that's how I work with people, is helping them to program the mind in a way that is for success with weight loss, of their personal goals, of what they want to achieve and where they want to be. Because once that's done and once that's made, it really is effortless. I mean, yeah, everything has to have some amount of work going into it, but when your mind is aligned to where you want to be, then you are geared for success. You can reach your weight loss goals, and it feels amazing. I've never felt as good as I have felt now. Even probably as a teenager. I'm fitter than I was then, far healthier than I was then. I couldn't have even seen this coming. And now my work is to empower other people, to allow them to reach the same goals so that they feel amazing too. The only thing that you have to think about now is, do you have the willingness? The willingness to find something that will work for you, rather than continuing with diet sheets. Didn't matter how many diet sheets I had in front of me. I really knew what I should be eating and what I should be doing, but I just couldn't do it. Because willpower alone just wasn't enough. I needed more than that. With all the programming as a child, you know, with the programming even as you're becoming into adulthood, into teenage years, the associations that we have with people, of how we feel about ourselves deep inside. How often do we ever stop to look at any of that? It's just about letting it go and feeling amazing, setting yourself up for complete freedom. It really is a beautiful place to be. So all you have to decide is, are you willing? Are you willing now to make that change, to do it for you, to understand that it's okay if you just need a little bit more of something else. It's just on a deeper level, that's all. But that's when true results happen. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's been helpful for you. And have a wonderful day.